stand clear of aperture. Requesting new operator. N-CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Message complete.
Requesting new operator. N-CN9 block. This operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Suit integrity damaged. Vital signs critical.
Aperture cleared. Operator deployment resuming.
Please show yourselves.
Morgan, hooked up some more supplies. Take what you need, and don't be shy about using it. I don't think they will.
Wait, you said Morgan had gotten medical supplies for you. Were you injured?
There's a lot of them shutting off. Could barely see, was seeing spots. Must have been something down in the power plant.
Spots in your vision? Sounds like white noise. You know, there was a time when we invested research into the white noise phenomenon to see if perhaps it might be...
wish we weren't alone in the universe.
Perimeter check. Possible echo on the radar. Got him. Lasers on. Contact faded. Looking for echo contacts. To assist Talos 1 crew in evacuation procedures. A-Star in progress. Will report. Contact.
Operator deployment resuming.
I'm right here. Inspecting. Your suit integrity is compromised. Fix that. Repair complete.
Morgan, I've been thinking about what you've done. What you're doing. We all must act according to our nature. No matter what the psychologists and priests say, and your nature. I think I was right before. You are like a rat. Resourceful, sly, burdened with a kind of pestilence of the mind. This station was your laboratory, and the experiment was a failure. And, of course, sadly, you know what happens to the rats when they are no longer needed. Clever lab rat. Now I can't see you. Your brother won't be so lucky. I'm closing in on him.
Watch out. Moving.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer. Interrupt. I've got Echo painted. Off visual detached. Perimeter check. Engaging Perimeter check. Interrupt. Echo phones. Echo phones. Repairs needed. Please contact the qualified. Visual contact. Firing.
Requesting new operator. TranStar Pyramid 490 medical class operator ready to deploy.
Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. I'll have you feeling better soon. Good as new. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk. Hello. Nice to see you.
Morgan?
I never told you why I altered my medical records. I know you were so sure when you were lecturing me, Morgan, saying I was selfish and... My father, he was imprisoned for questioning the Soviet intervention in India. Many prisoners are lost in Siberian labor camps, but my father vanished. The only thing I knew for certain was Transtar was recruiting volunteers from those labor camps. I came here because of you and Alex and your experiments. To find him, and now I know he was here. I noticed on your compute. You found a set of names and ID numbers from Psychotronics, from Dr. Gallego. The Russian volunteers were never referenced by name, but I was able to match an ID to my father. We can pull up his records, archive experiment logs.
System alert.
I've already asked a great deal of you, but if you could find that archive in deep storage, I'll finally know what happened to my father. His name was Yuri Andronov, V01065532.
Racketing area for clean sweep. Contact. Lost visual on Echo 8.
I have a hard time working with others, Morgan. The nature thing I was telling you about earlier. I have my operators, sure. But it's not the same thing. It's better. You know what I mean? You have one too, right? Project January. Is that something important? My technical officer is finding all kinds of interesting data. Oh, here's another one. An order signed by your brother, authorizing Transtar to cut out your brain and ship it back to the family. No expiration date on that one.
Requesting new operator. Black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand.
Engaging.
I have a hard time working with others, Morgan. The nature was telling you about earlier. I have my operators, sure. But it's not the same. It's better. You know what I mean? You have one too, right? Project January. Is that something important? My technical officer is finding all kinds of interesting data. Oh, here's another one. An order signed by your brother, authorizing TranStar to cut out your brain and ship it back to the family. No expiration date on that one.
Mr. Yu, this is Eddie Voss. I work down in Cargo. The fact is, we've been stealing from you, sir. It started small, just moving harmless contraband on and off the station. Pharmas, food not on the safe list. I don't know, maybe you don't pay your techs and hardware enough, but Lily got ambitious after a while. Started stealing neuromods, fabrication plans, to TranStar rivals. Yeah, sit on that for a sec, Mr. Yu. Kazma's got our IP now. Lily made me modify some of the old alarm panels around Talos so we could use them as dead drops. I'm certain a few of them still have company property. 3 taps of the wrench will pop it open. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I never meant for things to get out of hand. It just took on a life of its own. But I'd like to make it right, any way I can. That's all.
System alert. Repairs needed. System alert. Repairs needed.
Typing contaminant.
Mr. Yu, this is Eddie Voss. I work down in Cargo. The fact is, we've been stealing from you, sir. It started small, just moving harmless contraband on and off the station. Pharmas, food not on the safe list. I don't know, maybe you don't pay your techs and hardware enough, but Lily got ambitious after a while. Started stealing neuromods, fabrication plans, selling them to TranStar rivals. Yeah, sit on that for a sec, Mr. Yu. Kazma's got our IP now. Lily made me modify some of the old alarm panels around Talos so we could use them as dead drops. I'm certain a few of them still have company property. 3 taps of the wrench will pop it open. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I never meant for things to get out of hand. It just took on a life of its own. But I'd like to make it right, any way I can. That's all.
Clear. Operator deployment resuming. Please stand clear of aperture.
Something just flashed my scanners. Echo phones. Weapons cold. Nothing.
CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of
Echo painted. Weapons cold. Nothing to burn. Visual contact. Firing. Got it. Contact. Weapons hot. East of I'm hostiles out of sensor range. Echo found. Echo found. Echo painted. Instrument vital. Possible echo radar. Got it. You are Transtar personnel. Contact. No contact. Disengaging. Zone speed. Echo painted. Don't hide. To assist Talos 1 crew. Echo procedures. Checking 3, 6. Weapons hot. Lost visual on the Echo. Engaging. If you are Transtar personnel, please stand down. I am a rescue operator. Instruments wide open. Visual contact. Weapons cold. Nothing to burn. Echo painted. Please show yourself so I can assist you. Engaging.
Suit integrity damaged.
Got it. Zone sweep. Checking totality on threat. I am a search and rescue operator. Possible visual contact. Lights on. Contact lost. I repeat, contact lost. A-star in progress. Will report. Don't hide. Assist Talos 1 crew in evacuation procedures on Sierra Delta. Echo painted.
operator deployment
A-star in
resumed.
progress. Will report engaging. Firing angle 0. Hostile echo painted. Firing angle 0.
Requesting new operator. N-CN Section 9, black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Visual contact.
Clear. Operator deployment resuming.
Contact.
Suit integrity damaged.
Black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Firing.
Integrity damaged.
Don't hide. Block 7. Lost visual. Engaging. Block 7. Lasers on. Echo.
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Contact a qualified engineer. Contact a qualified engineer. Instruments clean. No echoes. Zone tag and stamped. Resume. Interrupt mission sequence. Zone sweep engaging. Fire! Echo found! Echo found! Please show yourself so I can assist you. Green light on Sierra Delta. Moving. Looking for medical contacts. Wide open. Zone sweep. Checking attack angles. Zone. I am not a threat. I am a search and rescue operator. Perimeter check. Go paint it.
Suit integrity damaged.
Notify. Clear. A-star. Nine. Firing angle 0. I am not a constant. I am a search and rescue operator. Instruments wide open. Echo painted. Got him. If you are transferred. Down. I am the rescue operator. Checking 3, 6, 9.
Niels, where are you?
Escape pods. Can you get to us?
No. We cut the power to the lifts to keep those damn things from getting up to the control room.
Well, we're all stuck here anyway. We can't get these pods open.
I don't understand.
I'll keep spamming the security computers with help requests. Maybe someone will notice eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
A-star progress. Will report.
Suit integrity damaged.
Instruments wide open. Don't hide. I'm programmed to assist Talos 1 crew in evacuation procedures. Checking 3, 6, 9, and noon. Bracketing area.
Requesting new operator. N-CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Interrupt. I've got suspicious echo glare. Attack angles. Perimeter check. Instruments wide open.
Commander Dole,
No.
this is William Yu, acting chairman of the TranStar Board of Directors.
I will need your credentials to authorize this mission.
Of course. My authentication sign is Zeta Invictus Emperor Tangerine.
Sign checks out.
Instruments wide open.
Good morning, Director Yu. Shuttle is hot and holding orbit. Awaiting mission parameters.
You must secure every piece of Cobalt clearance level technology and research aboard Talos 1. Then eliminate all TranStar personnel.
All personnel.
No survivors.
It's your show. Their funeral.
Payment will be deposited into 6 separate Benelux accounts after you transmit evidence of success.
I leave my operator feeds on. Just keep watching.
We strongly advise deploying your technical officer to a station router inside the firewalls first. Ideal site would be Psychotronics.
Yes, I've seen the schematics, Mr. Yu. Goodbye.
You will destroy this transmission after...
All units ping back and authenticate. Cleared for Sierra and Delta actions. Moving. Zone tag and stamped. Resume. Flying CAP. Status as fragged. Over. Instruments clean. No echoes. Moving. Perimeter secure. Resume. System alert. Repairs needed.
I'm told my ops are hidden as an HR expense in the TranStar books. It's true. I do solve people problems. Your workmates hiding in the cargo bay are going to suffocate in a few minutes. Maybe you can save them. But you'll have to come out of the walls, Rat. Life support.
Morgan, Dal's cut off oxygen to the cargo bay. There's nothing I can do from here, and none of the doors are responding. Atmosphere controls are in life support. If you can help, do it quick, or this is the last time we'll be talking.
Miss Elazar is right to be alarmed, though her assessment is mistaken. Dahl is manipulating the oxygen and nitrogen mixture. With nitrogen flooding into the atmosphere, anyone in the cargo bay will asphyxiate far more quickly than had he simply cut the oxygen. I suspect they'd already be dead if Dahl weren't trying to use them to manipulate you.
This is Casper. Status report. All major servers and terminals are locked down. Rip and intercept protocols are in operation. Searching access patterns within the last 3 hours. Progress estimate, 63%. Affirmative. Resuming.
Morgan, Dal's cut off oxygen to the cargo bay. There's nothing I can do from here, and none of the doors are responding. Atmosphere controls are in life support. If you can help, do it quick, or this is the last time we'll be talking.
Miss Elazar is right to be alarmed, though her assessment is mistaken. Dahl is manipulating the oxygen and nitrogen mixture. With nitrogen flooding into the atmosphere, anyone in the cargo bay will asphyxiate far more quickly than had he simply cut the oxygen. I suspect they'd already be dead if Dahl weren't trying to use them to manipulate you.
Probably didn't see me there.
Vital signs critical.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please come. Qualified. System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Hello. Repairs needed. Please contact. Scanning. Neuroimaging shows your mental resources are. This should help. That should help you concentrate.
No echoes. Interrupt. Echo painted. Lasers on.
Casper, status report. All major servers and terminals are locked down. Rip and intercept protocols are in operation. Searching access patterns within the last 3 hours. Progress estimate, 63%. Affirmative. Resuming.
Submitted.
Doors are working again, Morgan. Nice work. I'm taking what's left of my crew to the atmosphere controls in life support. We're going to clear out Dal's shitcan operators and make sure there are no more mishaps with the air on this station.
Dal populated his entire crew with customized operators. He made the mistake of hanging his hopes in a machine. Flesh and blood is messy, Morgan, but it's the only thing that matters in the end. Well done. The upload just kicked in. Meet me in the Arboretum. We have important work to do.
I've got a echo paint.
Hello. Hello. Nice to see you. Diagnosing bruising, abrasions, fatigue. Nothing life-threatening. Please, hold still. This will only take a moment. There. All that. Dachte ihr?
Scanning. Neuroimaging shows your mental resources operating. This should help. That should help you concentrate.
Good evening, Talos. We'd like to remind you that company policy requires you to log any voluntary extension of your work hours with the station counselor. We know the projects aboard Talos 1 are exciting, but even the brightest minds need adequate rest.
Morgan, it's Dahl. Is it in the Arboretum? Hurry!
Morgan, we're in life support now. It's all clear. Air's normal across the board. I lost some good people fighting the black boxes. And Dahl wasn't here. If you see him before I do, make him pay. Elazar out.
There are no bad patients. Only bad medicine. Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
No echoes.
Morgan, Tal is breathing down my neck. I don't know how much longer. Shit.
Watch out! Time's up! Ah!
Morgan, you did it. I'll arrange transport with the medical operator. Then we can see about removing his neuromod. And hopefully gaining a shuttle in the process.
You never cease to impress me, Morgan. I'm coming out now.
I promised you my arming cape. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos 1 to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. I know. Because I used to think we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me. You showed me anything was possible, even if the price was steep. That part of you is still in there. We can make history, Morgan. Not those leeches on the TranStar board of directors, not Mom and Dad.
Okay.
You and
so,
I.
my voice is obviously familiar.
Just like we planned.
Probably sound more tired than
You
usual.
got the
It's been
data to
never-ending,
confirm
setting
what
up the
you
rooms and
suspected.
protocols to test the new
Carl
mods.
is
The
broadcasting
risk
a neural
is
signal.
substantial, but
Secret
if we
message
succeed,
reaching to the stars.
copying neural networks from
I
the
wanna
Typhon
know.
onto human minds is going
What
to
is
change
the message?
everything. So,
And who is listening to
I'm
it?
putting myself in the sim.
I think
I've done
you know.
everything I can to make sure I don't
Ever
wind up
since we first
lobotomized.
tested
One
the
last safety
Typhon
measure.
neuromods,
Let me introduce
you
October.
know.
Say hello. Hello, Dr.
This
Yu. October will
fabrication
help you
plan
remember
is
what
for
you're
the
supposed to do if
no-wave
things go
device
sideways.
prototype,
Once testing starts, there's
see.
no going back.
It will
If-
hijack the Coral signal and
When
use
they
it to
uninstall the
deliver
mods
a
and
massive
reset the
shock.
test, it'll rewind me.
Every
I'll forget
Typhon
everything.
organism it
Theoretically,
wants.
they could keep me reliving the same day over and over, and I'd never know. If you're listening to this, that's probably what happened. It also means I don't know if I can trust my own brother. Alex won't like what I have to say next. I started plans for a prototype null wave strong enough to kill every Typhon on Talos
Why
1.
won't you
I hid a
take-
copy of the plan on top of the data tower by the scary chair. You know the one I'm talking about. Alex agreed to explore the idea, but I know my brother. First sign of trouble, he'd rather blow it all up and blame someone else. So you're probably on your own. There's a lot at stake here. Too late to stick our heads in the sand. You know what to do.
You'll need to get Dal to the nearest clinic. Once that's done, I'll arrange transport with the medical operator.
Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, then something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect you've seen enough by now to abandon the notion of destroying Talos 1. I've always been the one who thought we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me that we could do anything we imagined. No matter how ridiculous. I hope you still believe that. If not, then I'm glad I died before seeing my brother succumb to pessimism. We have the data to confirm what you suspected. The Coral is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching out to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message and who is listening to it. I have a feeling you already know. I'm carrying a fabrication plan for the prototype null-wave device you conceived. Make one, then place it at the heart of the coral. We'll hijack the coral signal and use it.
That creature is still trying to consume the station, and I've picked up multiple hull breaches. I believe in you, Morgan. Make this count.
Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, then something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect... Morgan, thank you for what you did. You could have left me to die. It's more important than ever now that we finish this the right way. Take care of the null-wave device. I'll head for the bridge as soon as I catch my breath.
Suit integrity damaged.
Hello, are you here for an appointment? Diagnosing. Superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical worker can handle. Try to relax. There. All better. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the... front desk. Hello, nice to see you. Hello, Dr. Yu.
Good evening, Talos. A word from our security chief, Ms. Alazar. To protect your co-workers' privacy, security terminals are reserved for authorized uses only. If you're not wearing a blue uniform, you're probably not authorized.
You anticipated the kind of appeal Alex would make. Sibling bonds. History. You programmed me to refute him point by point. However, we can skip that. A Typhon the size of a skyscraper is currently eating Talos 1 for lunch. Ergo, Alex is wrong. Destroy the station. Just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
Destroy the station? But didn't you hear him? The null way. Alex is correct. It could work and preserve what we have learned here. We have to try.
Igwe, look at the alien outside the station.
Of course it's a risk, but we've seen the generator work. To destroy all this, to murder a species, and the research lost. It's...
January's right, Morgan. We can't let these things get back to Earth, even if one of them hit Earthside.
Morgan, please. Destroying the station should be the last option, not the first.
More specimens required.
Dr. Yu, Dr. Igwe, we have the subject, Dal, and his life signs are stable. Thank you. We are prepping him in the Neuromod division now. Come as soon as you can.
Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, then something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect you've been enough by now to abandon the notion of destroying Talos 1. I've always been the one who thought we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me that we could do anything we imagined. No matter how ridiculous. I hope you still believe that. If not, then I'm glad I died before seeing my brother succumb to pessimism. We have the data to confirm what you suspected. The coral is broadcast. The heart of the coral is in psychotronics.
Morgan.
In the original containment cylinder. Placing the null wave device there will override the entire coral network with our own signal. Use your psychoscope to locate the exact spot.
Vital signs critical.
the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect you've seen enough by now to abandon the notion of destroying Talos One. I've always been the one who thought we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me that we could do anything we imagined. No matter how ridiculous.
Dr. Yu, Morgan.
I hope you still
I was
believe
afraid
that.
you wouldn't make it.
If not, then I'm glad I died before seeing my brother succumb to pessimism.
Has
We
been
have the data to
secured.
confirm what you suspect.
I believe I've isolated the
Coral
correct
is
neuron.
broadcasting a neural signal.
It is essential.
A secret
we say as
message
little as
reaching out
possible
to
of
the
what
stars.
happened on the station
What
and
I want
focus
to
on
know
the situation.
is what is the message?
Memory serves.
And who
Should
is
resort
listening
to field training and react
I have a
accordingly.
feeling you already
We've
know.
never one to question orders.
I'm carrying a fabrication
Even
plan
you
for
are,
the
Morgan.
prototype null wave device you consumed. Make
this
one,
works.
then place it at the heart of the coral. We'll hijack the coral signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Good luck, Morgan. I just regret I won't be at your side to see it happen.
When extracted, Dahl's memory should revert back to the inception date, and he should forget his assignment here. Dr. Yu. Morgan. If you're worried about the Geneva protocols, you have my word. I will say nothing about who performed the procedure. I am at risk as well, you know. Dr. Yu? Ready when you are. If you're having...
What? Who are you? Morgan? Your father's been asking about you. And Alex. I was supposed to report to him about her retrieval after modding up. Where am I? Why am I restrained?
Commander. Dahl. I am Dr. Igwe, Chief Physician here.
I've seen your face in the company directory. Alex's pet. The discredited parapsychologist.
Ah. Commander Dahl, you've suffered a severe head injury as a result of a crisis here on the station. We need to evacuate at once, but we couldn't leave without you. Are you able to pilot a shuttle?
What? Yes, of course I can pilot. Wait, what emergency? Is this Argus installation? Where's Casper?
I'm afraid there's no time to explain. We need to get to the shuttle bay and prepare for departure. Transtar mandate. Dr. Yu can confirm.
Of course. Morgan, you look like shit. Alright, let's get Daddy's precious child off the station, or Transtar will blackbox me.
Just need to check your vitals. Wouldn't want our pilot to faint.
There's nothing wrong with me.
We'll meet you there, Morgan.
by design that I can predict what you're going to do fairly often. And yet, this turn of events with Dahl, I'm impressed and surprised you've managed to find a way to get remaining crew up.
Research complete.
Hello, Doctor. Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit can handle. Please, hold still. This will hold. Hello, Dr. Yu.
Microgravity detected.
Kill them.
And another dose of Morgan Cellite. Do it.
That should do it. Come to the bridge. We can finish this thing once and for all.
Null gravity detected.
Assume Alex's plan succeeds. Then what? You're taking a massive gamble that there aren't more predators like the Typhon. In the history of the universe, humans have only recently become self-aware. Yet you're going to kick the door open on a much wider and older cosmic ecology. One that feeds on consciousness. These are shark-infested waters.
This should help.
Alex believes we can be the bigger shark. But what if we're just poor swimmers, and now there's blood in the water?
Hello.
Hello. Excuse me.
Nootropic prescription escalation recommended.
Microgravity detected.
Hello. Nice to see you. Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. I'll have you feeling better soon. There. All better. Don't forget to complete a patient questionnaire. Your feedback will be invaluable.
Integrity damaged. Microgravity detected.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Diagnosing. Bruising, abrasions, fatigue. Nothing life-threatening. I'll have you feeling better soon. There. All better. Don't forget to complete a patient questionnaire. Your feedback will be invaluable.
Integrity damaged.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery, and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station.
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
We need to link up to the null wave device if we're gonna get that signal off before it's too late.
Consider the risk. Alex's plan, if it works, is only a short-term solution. None of us has the right to endanger every life on Earth.
If anyone's playing God here, it's you. Your lunatic plan You made the right choice. The terminal's linked up again. It should only take a few seconds for a signal to propagate through the Coral and lobotomize every Typhon on Talos 1, including the big one outside. The rest of us should get away with a mild headache.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality. And it is beautiful.
It's time to beat the mind game. And now it's time to beat the mind game. And now it's time to beat the mind game.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, that nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind. Or an attempt to integrate its dual natures. But its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? Then, there was the man in psychotronics, Ingram. It let him go. Was that mercy?
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It never saw me, and it never ran into Volunteer 37. Hard to say what it would have done. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to activate the nullwave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do. We're gonna shake things up, like old times.